Hi, this is Bill, and this is going to be a box opening and initial thoughts on the RC Express Mini Roadrunner 2, or the MRR2. And I actually just got this in the mail today, and I figured I'd go ahead and open it up and show you guys how it was delivered. And I haven't actually had the chance to open the car up yet, but I have been fortunate to be able to see or read all of the instruction manual online, setup sheet, and there have been a couple of other reviews out there, and so this car actually has been around for quite some time. It's been pretty popular in the UK. Haven't really seen too many people talk about this car in the US, so this is going to be my take on the car. And actually, the Express company has been around since 1996, and they had discontinued, or I wouldn't say discontinued, but they kind of stopped production of the cars in around 2007, and then Dinball, who is basically RC Mart, took over production of the cars and has been keeping them in production since, of all the spare parts and kits. And I'm not really sure if there's been any new releases of the car yet, or since then, but I figured this car comes with so many aluminum upgrades and carbon fiber upgrades that I'd go ahead and give it a shot. It was originally, or not originally, it's been priced for about $200 for some time now, and I just saw that it went on sale. And so I figured I'd go ahead and pick one up while it was on sale and give it a shot. Looks like it's got a nice little handy tote here, and go ahead and see what it looks like inside the box. I will say the quality of the packaging is pretty impressive as far as durability here. And here we go. Got an antenna tube. I'm not sure if anybody makes antennas this long anymore, but the kit probably hasn't been updated, like I said, in quite a few years. And I'm getting a fresh aroma coming out of the box of a really strong rubber smell. So these tires definitely smell like this car probably hasn't been sitting around for very long. Looks like a pretty nice decal sheet there. And this is the monochromatic instructions, and this is pretty much an identical setup of the online instructions. Yeah, parts below. So yep, this is identical to what we've seen. The gear chart ratio. The only thing I don't see in here is the setup sheet, but they do have a setup sheet online that's available for download. I'll be sure to update that link later on. And it looks like this is a bit of a surprise to me. The car is actually already assembled, with the exception of the shocks looks like they're assembled. I'll have to see if they're filled. I might as well go ahead and take a look inside here and see while we're at it. But it looks to me like the car is already put together. I was expecting it to be more of a kit, so I guess this is somewhat of a surprise. Oops. It does feel like the shocks may have already been filled up as well. These are full body aluminum shocks, both threaded collar, and oh wow, this is the first time I've actually seen a shock where the support cup is actually aluminum as well. I mean, I know this car is loaded with upgrades, but wow, this really surprises me on this. I could be mistaken, and that might be just a shiny plastic. But no, yep, that is machined aluminum there. Wow. And let's see if these are filled. No, they're not filled. There's the bladder's inside there, traditional bladder setup. Looks like a 2-hole piston in there. And it's got a typical shock cartridge. I'll probably have to add some grease to that later, but no, the shocks are not filled with fluid. We'll go ahead and set that to the side for now. And the standoffs are aluminum. I don't see any plastic parts yet. Well, I take that back. The ball cups are plastic on the end of the on the bottom of the shock end, but the top is aluminum. Everything's aluminum in here. Screws are all metal hardware. Comes with spoke style chrome wheels are included. They're not glued up. Of course, you have to glue those up. And I see some foam inserts are included already on the wheels. Not familiar with these tires, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what they feel like. Wow, that's actually feels like a nice, firm yet soft, grippy foam, and the thickness of the tread is quite thick actually. Foam insert is it looks like an open cell foam insert to me, but the quality of the tire does not seem half bad. I can't wait to try these out and see how they work. I have seen these tires for sale on RC, replacement tires sold for sale. Normally I've used ride tires from RC Mart, but maybe these may do just as well. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the box here. I see a couple little pins that are floating around in here. These look like the little drive axle pins that go and hold the hexes, so you might want to keep that in mind. Maybe, oh yeah, this one's about to fall out right here. So yeah, you gotta make sure these drive pins look warm in the box so you don't lose them. You might want to have to put them back in before you put the hexes on. And there's another one down here. So yeah, you don't want to lose those hex pins. And try to remove this here. And you might be able to see this car is loaded with aluminum and carbon fiber. That was one of the reasons why I jumped on this car when I saw that it went on sale. And you can see that basically the bulkhead is aluminum, the front diff is aluminum. Let me see if it's a ball diff. Yeah, that is a ball diff. They have an option to make that they sell a spool, so if you want to, you can upgrade that to a spool. And these are ball diffs. I don't believe they have any gear diffs as an optional upgrade. Notice that there is an aluminum bulkhead and it uses a pivot ball on the front, so it looks to me like this would be one of those settings where if you take a hard impact hit, then it's likely for the front ball to pop off instead of snapping your arms and other parts and whatnot, the way this assembly is set up. They do include the aluminum upgrade here on the upper link, and aluminum spindles. They've got aluminum upgrade on the steering crank. That's all aluminum. And wow, the play on that is, or excuse me, there is no play, there's no slop I should say. It's nice and smooth. Wow, that's butter smooth right there. They have ball bearings inside the steering link. They got an aluminum support shaft here for the top belt. It's got a 64 pitch gear. They have an aluminum upgrade on the spur gear holder, so that's all aluminum. Oh wow, that's even an aluminum. These are aluminum. What are those called? Not spools, but pulleys. So they got. Excuse me. Let's see if I can show right there. So they got aluminum pulleys on both sides. See if you can see from this angle. I don't think I've ever seen a car with this much aluminum on it before. Aluminum mounts, rear aluminum heads there. The hexes are yellow plastic, so I'm kind of surprised with all the aluminum they have there that they did that. And tons of tuning options. Good grief. There's 3 holes on the rear upper support here. You've got 3 holes on the bottom link for the upper camber link in the rear, and you've got tons of mounting options for your suspension all the way across. For the upper shock tower, let me go to the front shock tower and look at all the adjustable shock tower mounting positions there. Even on the lower mount, there are 2 holes on the lower shock, lower shock mount, and then you have three adjustment settings for the upper camber link, and I really like how the upper camber link is really short. That's the kind of tuning or the geometry that I really like to see in an on-road car. And then you can do really wide geometry settings here for the rear. And the only thing that is kind of a thing I'm not too excited about, and I might have to look and see if I can't change these out, but I do see lots of E-clips in all the corners here, so that just kind of shows it's a little bit of a dated design, but this design was, or appears to be, way ahead of its time. They do have droop screw settings on the front and rear screws, and wow, this is one heck of a setup. Let me see what else we have in the box, or in this bag here. So what I'm seeing here is we've got the battery strap holder, which is a Velcro strap. They've got that there. They come with some Allen wrenches. They've got an aluminum antenna mount there. And they've got a body post with some aluminum supports in here. Good grief, that's a lot of posts, and maybe for different size bodies and clips. And this is the front bumper, which looked to be very soft bumper, but now I'm feeling this is more like it feels like almost as hard as Kydex. I mean, that's, looking at that material, that is definitely a nylon reinforced. That's not a basic looking plastic bumper. So we'll have to see how wide that covers up the wheels. That's probably the best looking bumper on a Mini that I've seen yet. And then oh, here's the Servo Saver and all the servo features. You got the servo linkages here, and you've got all the different yeah, look, you have a different spline for each of the different popular servo sizes out there. And that's pretty much all there is to the kit. All I got to do now is, looks like I just got to fill the fluids in the shocks, tune the diffs, and install the electronics and take this puppy out for a drive. I'm not sure if I want to take this car apart some more or whatnot. This is a standard 210 millimeter wheelbase on the car, and it is adjustable. There are different spacers in here where you can kind of see in here where they have the spacing in here, in the front and back here, and then they've got spacers in the back here. So the wheelbase can go anywhere from 203 millimeters to 210. I might try to see if there's something that I can do to this to try to extend this chassis out to somewhere around 225. I know that seems to be the hot ticket right now. There's some other cars on the market that have got the longer wheelbase. That seems to be pretty popular. So I'm not sure if I can make this work into some sort of conversion to do that. But we'll see how it goes. I'll try to drive this car just as is and see how it handles, and see if I want to extend the wheelbase or not. We'll go from there. We'll look for more videos, or look for more details in a review thread, and I'll post a link on the description at the bottom of this video as more information is available. I'm pretty excited and jazzed about this car and can't wait to drive it. Anyway, thanks for watching.